Hey everybody, Rorree here. All right, so I wanted to do another little oracle card for you guys for the morning to get your day started off with some cool words of wisdom. All right, so the card that I pulled today was from a crystal deck, and it's azurite. That's the type of stone that I pulled. And it says, get laser focus. Azurite, get laser focus. That's a pretty card, right? Azurite, get laser focused. Pretty. All right. So I'm just going to read what it says about getting laser focused. But okay, so let's see. I feel like all of these for this particular recording session have been about knowing that you have within you what it is that it takes to be successful, to have whatever you want to have in life. The other one was about, what was the other one about? I can't even recall right now. Um, Making a choice, choosing a road, choosing a direction, but making a choice now, and owning that choice. So it feels like the message is that, you know, you have it, excuse me, within you to do what it is that you need to do. You need to make a decision, stick with it, and go for it. Go for what you know, go for what you desire, and then remain laser focused while you're on this journey to having what it is that you desire to have. All right. So get laser focused. Let me read this for you. Bring a laser focus to all areas of your life. If you direct your full attention to one thing at a time, you will be more efficient and productive in everything you do. Life is busy and it can pull you in many directions. Staying focused and disciplined can help you avoid pivoting towards unwelcome distractions. You have the ability to control where your mind goes. Harness its power to bring awareness to your thoughts and stay on track. All right. So I know for some of you, you have businesses, some of you have jobs, some of you are going for a new position at a job, and just stay focused. Being focused is so key to me, because and it's so easy to get distracted and become fragmented, especially with social media, especially with alerts on your phone. Sometimes the phone like drives me crazy. I'm like, can I turn all the alerts off? Because it's so freaking distracting, and sometimes you're going to have to just shut down on different things. And if you're doing multiple things, you need to do blocks of time where you're going to do this, that, or the other. What I noticed for me is on days when I work with particular clients, those are not the same days that I do other things. And like my creative stuff, when I have to do my writing, and, because I do curriculum development, I write courses and things like that. And I do copy writing for marketing material and stuff like that. And when I have to go into that creative space, I can't be in the same space of dealing with, I need this, I need that, or angry bird customer. Angry bird, relative or whatever. Like, I can't be in that vibration of being pulled to death and using, high vibrations and creativity. Like, sometimes the two don't mix, they don't go well together, So I have to do blocks of time. So I'll do blocks of time when I deal with this. I'll do blocks of time when I deal with that. But I don't do creative time on the same day where I do nagging people time, because sometimes some of the people I have to talk to are like, sick, and, or their relatives are like ornery or whatever. And it's like, oh, and so I don't like to mix that with my creative time, because how am I going to produce when I've got all this? going on, so you may have to, if you have different things going on, you may have to block your time, you know what I mean? And and do what you have to do, because not everyone has the luxury to just do one thing. You may do many things like I do. So I block the time. And when the time is over for this, the time is over for this. When the time is over for that, the time is over for that. And I block it up. And then I make sure I take my breaks, because I have to remain focused, and then I'm working on the nutrients that I put in my body. I make sure that I am putting nutrients into my body, supplements into my body, because we don't always get all our nutrients from the foods. We don't always, a lot of the foods have lost their nutrients. I try to make my food at home more than eating out, because I find that the food is more nutritious if I make it myself. I mean, like, even with vegetables, I mean, I don't always get vegetables from a farmer's market. So that means that the vegetable got cut, some time before I purchased it. And so it's already losing its nutrients once it's cut. So anyway, these are just different things that I do to work on myself to maintain my focus. So I have different things in order so that I could remain focused. And I talked about food and diet, because if you're not getting proper nutrients in your bodies, then sometimes you're not able to be focused. Sometimes you're not able to even be in a good state of mind or a good state of being. That's why probably some of the clients that I have are ornery, because they probably have poor diets, and they probably have they don't do anything to raise their vibrations, because they don't know. They have no idea what to do to raise their vibrations, so they just stay where they are and think that that's life. That's life for them, right? So anyway, let's keep moving on with this little book. So it has core questions here for Azurite, getting laser focus. What does being focused look like to you? So I just told you what it looks like to me, and what some of the things I do to keep the focus and keep myself from being fragmented, because I don't like being fragmented. If you start pulling on me too much, I have to release you for a little bit, because I don't have space right now for anybody to be pulling on me in a negative direction, honestly. So if you're pulling on me and if it's negative, then you may have to sit over there for a little bit so that I can stay right here, because I'm really selfish with keeping my space clean and vibrating at a certain point. I'm really a stickler for that. So sorry if that offends anyone that I've had to put over there for a second. All right. So anyway, but you may have to do that, because how are you going to stay focused if you're being nagged all the time, or always being somebody at someone's beck and call? If you're the beck and call girl, like, how do you remain focused if all the time you're allowing outside interference to pull you in different directions, even with your telephones and these alerts all the time? Like, if you're allowing yourself to be pulled all the time, that's not good. Even checking your email. I remember back in the day, I used to check my email like so much, it was insane. I'm not kidding. And immediately you sent me an email, you were getting a response because I used to check my email all the time. And I used to respond to everything like right away. Now, when I am on duty, um, if I'm in that block of time, you will get a response right away. If I am not in that block of time where I'm handling that, then you're not getting a response right away. And that's just how that is. Okay. So you may have to compartmentalize your life like that as well. So, what does being focused look like for you? What areas of your life would benefit from more focused attention? And what do you need to focus on today? Now, the affirmation is, and I'm going to say this so that you can repeat after me if you like. It says, I'll read it one time and then I'll say it slower so you can repeat after me. So it says, I harness the power of my attention to support my goals. I like that. I harness the power of my attention to support my goals. Let's say it again. I harness the power of my attention to support my goals. Now, I've said it 3 times, but I'll say it one more time for you so you can say it 3 times because I like to affirm things 3 times. I harness the power of my attention to support my goals. All right. Today, pick a single task and commit to finishing it before you begin the next. Okay. Now, one thing that I have a whole lot of different journals and planners and stuff like that, but I like the idea of this little thing right here because it it allows me to, like, I can keep this in my bag, my purse, my bag, my backpack, whatever I'm carrying. So I can keep this with me. And it has different compartments. So like it has some lined papers and you can add more, take them out, whatever, refillable. There's a section in here with some like dotted pages. And then there's a section with just for crafts. And so I'm using this now to just have it with me all the time. It's small enough to go in my bag where I can write down what it is that I'm going to do, and then I check off, like I made it like into a little chart where I could check it off. Now I could use my planner. I got a nice planner that I use. I don't even have it down here. So I still use my planner. But this is for specific purposes, and this is for me for, just to be with me every day, all day. And then I could just see what I'm doing, what I'm accomplishing. I can see what I'm not accomplishing. I could see what I'm spending too much time on, not enough time on. And then this is a nice place for me to keep my little, like I have a prayer in here, my morning declaration is in here, and I made it kind of artsy fartsy, like I made this little picture and all this stuff, because this raises my vibration, you know what I mean? So I have my little declaration in here. So I say this in the morning before I do my guided visualization where I make sure I'm in my bubble, right? All right. And then I have not done I've done 3 pulls and I have not done my reflections yet because I want to kind of do the reflections as the week goes on. But I had a few pulls, so I created that into a nice little thing and I put the reflections there. So my pulls, what day was this? This was 2 days ago. It was intention and ride the wave. Woohoo! Okay. And so now I have to do my reflection. I said, you know what? I think I want to do my reflection after this week is out for this one to see what had happened. So then I have my ancestor prayer in here, my gungun prayer. And so because I don't have it memorized yet, so it's in here so I could have it at a glance. And I made it kind of pretty and kind of put it in there, made it kind of pretty. And then I have some other reflections and pulls from yesterday that, I could see what I pulled for the week and then see how it manifested throughout my days and throughout my week, right? So that's what I decided to do in my little artsy fartsy section. And then it has a little space here. And then I have another one as well that's really like higher quality than this one. But anyway, so you may want to do something like this so that you can remain focused and so that and it's easy to carry with you and so that you can just keep track of what's going on in your day. I also have one of these. This was like inexpensive. I got this from Barnes and Nobles or whatever. It's a little journal because I keep journals for different things. And some of them are so huge for what they're for. You know what I mean? It's like could be a waste. Like it might take me 10 years for what the purpose of the journal is. And there's such beautiful journals to be, not using enough, So I got these little journals They're lined paper. And I always love manila paper. When you take my classes, you will know why. Okay. So anyway, so I got these as well for just keeping track of whatever. I bought these for a specific purpose as well. So I can have these for some years to track some other type of readings that I received. So anyway, you guys, I hope that was a nice tidbit for you for today. Again, the card was Azurite. Get laser focused. So get laser focused, stay laser focused, and go for what you know, because you have it within you to have the desires of your heart. You have it within you. You do. Okay, you have the magic inside. You have a crossroads. You have a fork in the road that you need to, decide which way you want to go, and you have to be focused. So answer those questions for yourselves, get more focus in your life, compartmentalize things, set your boundaries, and stick with it. Stick with it so that you manifest exactly what you desire on this journey. All right, y'all. Ashe, ashe, ashe.